So yeah, anyways, I was just, do you know who I also ran into?
Who?
What was his name? I hadn't seen him in quite some time. He was like, "Oh, Prussia, it was good to see you." I was like, "Huh?" You know Grease? Remember Grease?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he saw me and he was like, "What are you doing with yourself these days, Prussia?" I was like, I'm just, training and just doing what I can just to keep myself moving and, well, you know how that whole thing goes."
Yeah.
But, yeah.
It's crazy. I mean, you haven't seen Grease in centuries.
That's true.
I mean, when was the last time you saw Grease?
I think that was like, oh God, it's been a while. Since before I became an X Nation, I think. Which I don't like to talk about. I really don't.
True.
And she does her best not to say nothing, because she knows how it affects me.
Mm-hmm.
But, the thing is, and this is what I think, I mean, when Fritz died, I basically felt that Prussia was going downhill. I mean, I didn't want to admit it. I didn't really want to, I'm just not one to say, okay, well, I give up. It's not doing no good. No, I'm not like that. And a lot of you know, The Awesome Me is not like that. I'm too awesome to give up. I'm too awesome to just say, hey, to heck with it. Done. No, I'm not like that. But when I was told that Prussia was no more, I was teased a lot. And the thing of it is, a lot of people don't seem to understand, being albino, you're going to go through a lot. I mean, it's not all what you think it is. I mean, when I was growing up, I was tortured. And,
You were.
you couldn't even begin to imagine a lot of the suffering that I went through. And then, I became a nation, and then Fritz died, and he said, well, you can carry on Prussia. I know you can make it huge, like me. But the thing of it is, I couldn't. I felt like I was a failure. I felt like I couldn't keep Fritz's promise. And I broke down and cried so many times because I thought that I was a real failure. I didn't know what else to do. I thought, I don't know. She knew. She basically was like, "Oh, Prussia, it's okay. It's not your fault. Don't blame yourself." But it's just that ever since Fritz died, the thing is, I don't know. I mean, I'm thinking if he was still alive, Prussia would still be going. But when he died, it just went downhill. I mean, I tried to uphold it the best I could, and then I got mad at my brother when they told me I wasn't going to be a nation anymore.
Yeah.
And basically I had to disappear, but my brother wouldn't accept it. Because they were trying to, I guess I was to be offed or whatever the situation.
Exiled.
And my brother said, "No, 9. I need Prussia around. I still need him."
Yep, I remember that time.
I was like, "No, let me die with my people. Let me die with my country. Let me, please. There's nothing left. Why should I still be around?" He said, "No, 9. I need you, brother. I need you." I was so mad at him for the longest time. Can't even imagine, but, if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have her, so.
True.
She does keep me still believing that I am still the Awesome Prussia.
And you are the Awesome Prussia. You always will be.
Yeah, I try. So, I still uphold the fact that I am German.
And you are German.
Of course.
And you're the mighty nation of Prussia. Even though at times, admitting you don't think you are, but you are.
That's true. So,
yeah.
But how was O'Reilly doing? I mean, you told me that you had saw him.
Oh yeah, I mean, he's doing good.
Well, that's
kind of actually.
Yeah.
Supposedly he.
I know he misses Fritz too.
He does miss Fritz, and that was the thing too. O'Reilly and Fritz were bestest pals, best friends. And then when Fritz died, O'Reilly just, I don't know how to explain it. He just...
We were all a tumbled mess.
Yeah.
And see, that's what I think. That's why I think that Prussia totally just... It went downhill because Fritz is what kept it alive. I honestly don't think I could have done what I don't think so. I mean... Yeah, I honestly think that, you know, Prussia would still go down regardless of it.
Mom.
I still have my doubts about it, but, you know, I did the best I could to try to follow what Fritz wanted, and there are still times I hear his voice saying, Prussia, you're not a failure, don't blame yourself.
And you're not.
Sir, but...
Even O'Reilly thinks that.
My people, my people, and everything that I ever worked hard for, I ever tried to keep alive, and it still went down.
Yeah.
You know, I never would have thought it'd happen. I never thought that. Even when Fritz said, I'm handing this over to you, you can do it, Prussia, you can do it. You know, I don't think I could have. I really don't think it would have stayed alive no matter how hard I would have tried. I think Fritz had more of a power than I did.
But you still have a power.
And I try.
Not as maybe big as you think as Fritz, but
I try,
you do.
but you know. Yeah, well. It was fun while it lasted, but our glory is over. Oh, here in a while, guys, I know you guys probably wonder what, you know, of course, the awesome me. Of course, you see my cross here. But I brought my little pet with me.
Oh, yeah.
He's sleeping right now, but when he wakes up, I'll let him be on camera, let you see him. My little Gilbert. She loves him.
I do. He's so cute.
And he loves her. He likes to land on her shoulder a lot of the time. Sometimes her hat.
I know.
The last time, he was on her hat, and he, like, fluffed his little feathers. He was, like, right there on top of her head. See, that's what he does on my head, you know. He's right there on my head. But he's asleep right now, so that's why he's not here.
Yeah.
But if any of you are asking, you'll get to see Gilbert here in a while. He's sleeping right now, though. But anyways, you know... there are times where, you know, I'm thankful for being here, and I think, and another biggest reason as well as, you know, America and Canada both have a town named after me, so
yeah.
I think that's another reason that I've been given a bit more strength than what I used to have, and basically I'm now known as a micronation. So that's a good thing in my favor.
Mm-hmm.
I think Fritz would be proud of that.
I think he would too.
He would be proud of me. Even though sometimes I still think I'm a failure.
No.
But I know you hates hearing me say that. I can't help but say it though. You know, I mean, when you do the best you can do, and then it falls apart. It's like, okay, oh my God, what did I do? You know, and then my brother, he's like, no, brother, you didn't do nothing wrong.
And you did.
You did what you could do.
And you did.
It went down because it was supposed to go down. It was not your fault. But I think, and you know, the thing is, when I was raising my brother, there were so many times I went off to war, and, you know, I would fight my hardest because I knew that any enemies that I destroyed was giving my little brother a chance to survive, to be the strong nation that he is now.
Yeah.
I sacrificed a lot for him, and I did my best to ensure his safety and his strength as a nation. And I'm very proud of him. I'm glad that I would never take it back from that day that I found him. Man, you know.
Yeah.
He was, but you should have seen him. I mean, he was so small, and he didn't know who, I mean, he basically was so tore up over losing his home and everything that when I took him in, he just, you know, he didn't say much. And then the next thing I knew, he was shot up, and then he became West.
Ludwig.
Ludwig. And you know, I think Fritz would have been proud of me for the fact that I did raise Ludwig. I mean, I wish my brother could have met Fritz, but he died before Fritz even came into pictures, you know, so.
Yeah.
But Ludwig definitely changed me, and even you did.
Yep.
Because I just, I was so upset. Still having those images in my mind. Even hungry. So last time she came over. Oh my god. Hungary came over. This was not long after Fritz's death. And she was like, Prussia, I haven't seen you in so long. Where have you been? And I was like, Hungary, leave me alone. I'm not in the mood to talk. She said, what? You're not the obnoxious guy we all know so well? I said, no, I'm not. 9. And she was like, she was shocked. And then she tried to get up close to me. I said, no, Hungry, no. 9.
It was a good thing I wasn't there.
I think you were on a mission that time.
I think I was.
But you did text me several times, you know, just to let me know that you were thinking of me and everything. But, you know, I basically had to say, Hungry, just leave me alone. I'm not in the mood. And I didn't want to talk to nobody. Even Österreich, he came around and...
Österreich. What a pansy.
He
that
is.
knits.
You know, it gets me that my brother said he said that my brother said that I wanted to hang out with Österreich.
You?
And he called me.
Wanted to
And
hang
he
out with
was like,
Österreich?
so Prussia, when did you want to
9.
hang out? I heard from your brother that you wanted to hang out with me. And I said, 9? I don't. And he said, yes you do. And I said, no, I don't. 9.
Yeah.
He said, but I said, no. If my brother told you that, no, 9.
I think Österreich was smoking something pretty funny.
Who knows what he was doing, but he was acting strange. I didn't want nothing to do with him.
Oh, speaking of it, guess what, guys? Don't tell Hungry this, though, but I stole her frying pan. She ain't gonna get it back.
See, I'm proud of her for doing that. Ah, got you, Hungry.
And Hungry, if you see this and you want your frying pan back, try it. It's gonna get right slide
Don't be
your
messing
head
with me either, because she'll get you.
with your own frying pan.
She's very, very protective.
Oh, yeah.
You don't mess with her.
Oh, no.
But, you know, I was actually just really happy to be... I do, when I come to think about it, you know, maybe my brother saved me for a reason, you know.
Yeah, I think you did.
And then America called me the other day.
America?
Yeah.
What did he want?
Yeah, well, he was like, so Prussia, I need some help with one of my wars. Do you mind helping me? And I was like, but I'm not a nation anymore.
Yeah.
He said, no. He said, you're a micronation. So it's kind of like you are a nation. So I was like, oh, well, okay. And so I decided that, you know, why not? So I made the trip and met up with him, and that night we had a good time. I was actually smiling for once, and she would have been proud of that.
Oh, yeah.
But I was smiling, and we hung out, and we had a good time. We had a few beers, and he was very appreciative. I even got to meet the president of his country, of his nation. Yeah.
Wow.
Totally amazing. I mean, I have to say that when I got back to Germany, and I told my brother, he was like, "Oh, really?" He was like very impressed. I think that was one of the first times I really made Ludwig smile. Oh yeah. And Francis, if I hear you've been sneaking on my girl like the last time I caught the last time that she caught you trying to peep on her.
I remember that, Francis. Don't you forget.
As you remember, as you know, No more of that. Because you're my bad touch buddy. You're not supposed to do that. That's totally, You will hear it from me.
Mm-hmm. And then you'll hear it from me.
And my brother. Because my brother was not happy either.
Oh, no, I remember that.
Ludwig was mad.
Off.
Oh, yeah.
Whew.
He was very mad.
We had to hold him back from going outside. I remember that.
Oh, yeah. Of course, Francis had this smirk on his face. And I was like, Francis, don't even think about it.
Yeah,
And then the next thing I know, he was like, okay, well, I'm going to go hang out with Russia. I was like,
you go do that. Go have fun.
No,
tundra.
the thing of that was, he about made me mad because he knows I don't like Russia.
Yeah.
I don't like Russia whatsoever. I mean,
but who does like Russia?
I don't think many do.
I mean, except for Francis, but he's kind of dull in the head anyway at times. Sorry, Francis, but you are.
But when I was held captive, the Berlin Wall, which you remember that?
I remember, yeah.
I seem to remember. Because you were on the other side crying, and I was humming a tune to try to calm you down. And then the next thing I know, I heard this cold, and then lights out Prussia. Wham! And I get a hit upside my head. I was totally knocked out unconscious. I had no idea what was going on, anything. I knew the last thing that I was talking to my brother, and I was saying, tell her to meet me here in a week's time. And that was the last thing that I remembered. And then the next thing I know, I was in a closet. A closet I don't know, but I woke up in there, and then I heard Francis.
Oh.
Yeah. And then he was trying to get all fresh with me, and I was like, "Hi, Francis." Well, he's got a crush on me. He tries to go and tell people that me, him, and Antonio were in a sexual relationship.
Nice.
And that's not true, Francis. It's not true. The Awesomey would not be in a relationship with you. You're such a perv. I get so many people asking, well, why do I put up with him? He's such a pervert.
And why do you?
He's part of the Bad Touch Trio. I don't know what else I could do. I mean,
maybe kick him out of it.
What America was telling me, he was like, well, you know what? Why don't you just kick him out and have me a part of the Bad Touch Trio?
Yeah, why don't you?
Well, see, America doesn't. See, the thing is, why we're called the Bad Touch Trio is because we all have bad attitudes.
True.
And I don't know if I don't know to say if America actually has a bad attitude, which sometimes he can have it. I've been around, and I have heard it, but I can't. We can't just say, oh well, America's gonna no. Too many people know us as Prussia, France, and Spain. So, and Antonio doesn't want to replace Francis, even though he annoys him too. Sometimes too much.
True.
God.
Do I ever hear it too?
Well, she hears a lot about Francis. Because he literally tries to peep in on her when he thinks I'm not there. But I am there. So one time she was trying to get dressed.
Oh God, I remember.
And I heard her like slamming around and I had no idea what was going on. I was in the other room talking to my brother. And then all of a sudden, Prussia!
Yeah.
And I come running up there. I said, "What is it, Ireland? Your buddy!" And the next thing I know, I'm like seeing Francis run off like scared.
God,
He knows not to tangle with me. He knows.
He knows, but he still does it. I swear.
Because he thinks that I'll forget about it and I'll never talk to him, but that's not true. He knows I'm not happy with that. I mean, there's so many times where she's told me, she's just like, can you please just let me just keep the shades down so nobody will look at me when I'm trying to change. It's not. I said, then go in the bathroom.
But he still finds me in the bathroom somehow.
There's no window in the bathroom. Remember?
Oh yeah.
It's like connected to our bedroom, but
yeah.
There's not one there. Well, actually there is, but we always keep the shade over. We never open the shade on that bathroom. So he would never see you in there. But if it makes you feel more comfortable, then go ahead and leave the shades down. Yeah. That just sickens me, seriously. So yeah. So, Ireland, tell me about your week.
My week?
I've been talking too much.
You always talk, though, but I don't mind. My week's, it's been okay. I mean, had to do mission. Pretty
So
hard.
did Felicia ever tell you she said yes to my brother's proposal?
Oh, yeah.
Did she say yes to?
No, she still hasn't.
Oh, so she's still thinking about it.
Yeah, she's still thinking about it. I
Yeah,
mean,
well, my brother
especially because I told her about.
Well, my
what
brother
happened.
my brother better hope that. He better hope that that nothing's said about what he did.
See, that's
Because
the
she's liable
thing.
to say no.
She's now only heard bits and parts about it. She
Of
doesn't know
course,
the whole thing.
he blames
though.
the fact that he was drunk while he did that.
Yeah.
Brother, you better really start acting right. Because if you want Felicia to be yours, is you've got to act better than that. Seriously. She's not going to go for that.
I don't think so either. But yeah, but besides that, I mean, hanging out with Felicia and telling her bits and parts about it, but she doesn't know the whole thing yet. Couple of missions actually, and then visiting O'Reilly. Him teaching me more about my nation and how it grew, what I should do to.
Because you were a strong nation even when we met.
I was, yeah.
Oh, there was one time when we were kids. Hungary was said that she was, I don't know, she was like had her sword aimed at me. And she was like, I'm going to strike you, Prussia. And then the next thing I know, Ireland comes running over there. And she's like, no. And she shoved Hungary to the ground. Forget that. And she did. She literally shoved Hungary to the ground. And Hungary was like, who just shoved me? And Ireland stood over her and laughed. And said, I did.
Yeah.
What are you going to do about it?
Yeah.
And I just stood there like, oh my God. I was like lost for words. I was very speechless. But
yeah.
that was another thing that told me that she definitely was a strong female, and I could tell she was very strong.
I mean, I remember when I was little.
You shoved her pretty good though.
I did.
Because she didn't
went
get
back,
up.
like,
I mean, she was just
9
like
feet.
I think her eyes were just like
wide open, like so surprised that I did that.
That's true, actually. You know, that's actually true because she was, and then she was telling me, Prussia, that nation. I said, she's Ireland.
Yeah.
Well, Ireland. Well, she shoved me. Did you see that? And I was like, yeah, I did, but maybe you deserved it because you were threatening, and she doesn't like that.
Oh, no, I don't.
And she never likes that. I think that's kind of how we got together in a way.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think so too.
Because she was starting to show she was protective of me even though I was still proclaiming I was so awesome. Even saying I was more awesome than her.
I know, I remember
But she would still protect me. She would, literally, she would still protect me. She still would.
Even though he was saying he was more awesome than me at times, but we're both awesome.
See, I always agree too. But see, there was one time that I think I had gotten a battle with Hungary. You were watching, but I had beat her.
You did.
I guess that was like one of the first times, and I was like, "Haha, I'm more awesome than you." And there was one time that she was like, "Prussia, you are awesome."
She
And that was the
said
first
that?
time that you said that.
I
You
said that, or
Yes, you said that.
she did.
No, you said that.
I did.
And then it made Hungry look at you like, what are you thinking? I mean, literally, she was looking at you like, you know, she didn't know why you said that. She was stunned. I guess she thought you were her friend. I guess, I don't know.
I guess.
But no,
But I wasn't.
she was more with me.
Yeah.
Even though at the time I still wasn't into females. I was more into like challenging and fighting and stuff. That was more
And
my
I
thing.
would always challenge you too.
That was her way of telling me she liked me,
Yeah.
literally. And she knew.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, my week's been okay. Dealing with my brother.
God.
Oh, is let me tell you something about Ludwig.
Hmm.
You guys, literally, Ludwig, God, he still keeps himself in that office. I swear to God.
Yeah.
The other day, I came home from a totally awesome day. I had invaded Oosterday, totally annoyed him. And I came home. I was proud of myself because Hungary never even caught me either. She tried, but she ran out of breath before she got there. So I literally outran her. Anyways, I got home, and I was so proud of myself that I wanted to talk to my brother. I was like, brother, West, I'm home. No answer. I look in there. Brother? I look over. Brother? He's nowhere to be found. So I was like, okay, well, where is my brother? And all of a sudden, it was like, his office. Sure enough. Prussia, leave me alone! And he, like, snapped at me. I was like, what did I do? I just wanted to say hi to you that I was home.
But that's your brother, though. He's always...
He doesn't... Well, the thing is, if it doesn't involve work,
he
doesn't want nothing to do with it.
True.
All the time.
He is a workaholic.
And Antonio was like, he needs to loosen up. We need to take him out to a club and get him drunk.
Drunk as hell.
But make sure he stays away from the women. Because he does
Yes.
like to flirt when he's drunk. That's one thing. My brother will flirt with women if he's drunk. Or Fräuleins if he's drunk. He will.
Even if it's
And I have to
not
keep him
pizza
away.
face.
Literally, because he's with Felicia. So, yeah.
Well,
And Felicia gets very... Ooh.
God, she
you
does.
don't want to tangle with her. She's an Italian and she does have a very bad temper.
she does.
Literally. As the last time, she got mad at my brother for some reason. I don't know why. But she got mad at him. And she stormed past and she nearly knocked me over. And she didn't even know I was standing right there. And she literally just knocked me over. And then all of a sudden she realized, she's like, oh, Prussia, I'm so sorry. I said, no, Nine, it's okay. Go ahead and go.
Go ahead and go.
It's like, no, you don't need to be messing with me. Ireland's not far away.
Yeah, just go.
Just go. And she was like, okay. I think she knew.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't about to let her touch me. It's like, no. I'm fine.
I would have sensed it. I'm like, oh.
You did, actually,
yeah, I
because
did,
after
yeah.
she left, you come running in. Prussia, what's wrong? And I was like, Felicia got mad at my brother and decided to, and she didn't realize I was there, and then
please.
shoved me. She didn't realize she did it, though. She apologized for it, but she should have known I was there, but she never did. How weird is that?
Oh, man. But, Tim.
So don't we look awesome tonight? Probably better than we did the last time.
Speaking of, and for you, I'll go sideways. Prussia, is wearing a new outfit. Now, give her a round of applause, guys. She looks great. Clap, 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 clap.
Awesome.
Okay, guys. See you next time.
Bye.